Hey guys, how you doing? It's Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your free NHL hockey previews and predictions today for Wednesday. It is March 19th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your Wacky Wednesdays. As always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. All right, let's get to your only two games today. So you know what? We're going to handicap both, and hopefully we can give you some good information and maybe a pick along the way to get you to the winner's circle tonight. Let's take a look at pick number one now, the Colorado Avalanche. One of the hottest teams in hockey right now. The 8-2 last 10 games, while the Leafs 5-5 off a big win over Calgary the other night. 6-2 was the final, while the Avalanche, they needed overtime. Cale Makar with the winner. I believe that was the game where you scored 4-3 against Dallas. That was a couple days ago, right? It was on the let me see here, day's rest, 2 days ago, and Toronto played on they played on Monday. Yeah, so one on that prime video game of the week. You know, man, you need like 10 channels now to watch hockey these days, but that's okay. That's why I watch Raymond Report, so we can get the picks, so we can find the channels to go and get you some winners. All right, minus 118 is the line, 6 is your total. ATS forecast, system play leads with the Avs here, 3.23 to 2.58, the over-under, 5.81. So looking at the last 10 games, as I said, Colorado 8-2 last 10, 7-3 ATS, and you know, think about that. They're 8-2, but what's even more impressive, 7-3 against the point spread, and you know, it's Colorado. They're probably favored in like 9 of those 10 games, right? So to be 7-3, meaning they're winning by 2 goals or more if they're favored. 6-4 to the over, while the Leafs 5-5, 2-8 against the puck line, and that tells you a lot right there. 6-3-1 to the over. I did have the Avs listed at minus 140. That means when they're on the road against an A-type team like the Toronto Maple Leafs, they're normally a 140 favorite. Wow, we're getting a $1.18 tonight. And then for the Maple Leafs, had them at plus 117, and you're getting plus 107. So, yeah, I think there's a little value here on the Colorado Avalanche. The edges, though, got to give them to the Leafs, 11-3, and I'll show you those in a few minutes. I got 16 edges to the under, 0 to the over, so that's a little concerning if you're a totals player. Strength of schedule, yeah, the Maple Leafs a little bit more battle-tested coming in this one, 55.1 to 40.8. While the PVI SOS, the parity value strength of schedule, anytime Colorado's on the road against an A-type team, so you got A on A-type crime here tonight. They're 3-4 straight up, while the Leafs are 3-5. So both these teams, in their situation at home and away, don't have a winning record against other good 60 or higher win percentage teams. And looking at the Colorado Avalanche when they travel to Toronto, they've done very well at the Scotiabank Arena. 7-3 straight up, 8-2 against the puck line, 4-5-1 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. It's pretty even, 5-5, but 80% of those games have gone over the total. So you got a non-conference game. Let me see how the Avs do in non-conference play. 8-4 straight up, which I like. 7-5 to the over, and for the Maple Leafs against non-conference foes, pretty good. 9-6, 4-10-1 to the under. So I'm not going to touch the total. I'm going to go Colorado here. I'm going to go with the. I think Toronto's. Toronto reminds me a lot of the back in the 90s, the Atlanta Braves. I don't know if you guys remember that, or probably have to Google it. But the Atlanta Braves, with Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, Schmaltz, all those guys, and Bobby Cox, their former Blue Jay bench boss. They had a great regular season team, but they get to the playoffs, and they just didn't know how to win the playoffs. So even though we're not in the playoffs yet, I look at this Toronto Maple Leafs team. They're a great regular season team. It's just I don't see the sandpaper on this team when they face these top teams like Colorado. This is where you need great goaltending. You need your best players to be your best players every night. And I'm going to take my ride here on the McKinnon and company, right? I think, and Cale Makar at the point. Man, you talk about a good team here. I think Colorado's going to make some damage this year. I'm just not sure about the goaltending yet. I know Mackenzie Blackwood is probably listed as the starter here tonight against Anthony Stolarz, so we'll see. But give me Colorado minus 118 against the Leafs tonight. That's my pick number one. All right, let's go to pick number two. A team who did well Monday. Yeah, we had the Wild over the LA Kings. 3-1 was the final. And Seattle, they won their last game 6-2 against Chicago. That was yesterday. Remember that game? It looked too good to be true. It was, and it was true. They went 15-2 to the over. Well, now 16-2 to the over for Chicago at home. And the total is 5.5. But 161 is the line. 5.5 is the total. And I do have the Wild winning this one. Yeah, 161, that's the line. 3.02 to 2.6, the over-under at 5.68, so we do like this game to fly over the total. Seattle 5-5 last 10, 5-5 ATS on the puck line, 8-2 to the over, while the Minnesota Wild 4-6 on the puck line, 4-6 to the under. I did have Minnesota at 160 right there with the bookmaker, so me and the bookmaker We're right on the same page with the value. Chance of winning, wow, pretty good. 52.1% for Seattle, 59.1%. So if you look at the chance of winning, we're getting a pretty good odds here. And anybody who knows the Raymond Report, if you can get this cow at 40% or higher, you got to really give it some consideration. What's the 145, man? And what's the line I had? I had 160, and here I had 201 though. How's Seattle's road record? 1-5 on the road against B-type teams. I don't like that. Minnesota is 11-6 against teams with losing records. That favors the Minnesota Wild. Now, Seattle on the road this year, 14-19 compared to 16-17. Minnesota, again, Jekyll and Hyde, right? They're Jekyll. They hide at home, but they're Jekyll on the road. 22-13, but only 16-17. A win tonight puts the Wild back at 500 on the road, and they've done well against Seattle last 10, 7-3 straight up. But you know what? I'm not touching the side here. I think the total is where you want to go, and they have a history of playing some high-scoring affairs. They had a high-scoring game last night, 8 goals scored in Chicago. And tonight, your starting goalie looks like it's Philip Grubauer against Gustafsson. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to take the over for 1 unit. I'm going to go 1 unit. I know we have a lot of edges to the under here, so that kind of concerns me. But if you know what, there's better plays on the board. If you're an NBA better, there's some good plays in the NBA. But if you had to play one play today, it would be Colorado. If I had to play this game here, I'd play the over. Keep in mind now, is this Seattle? Yeah, Seattle's playing 3 games in 4 nights. Which is good for the over because they're 7-2-1 anytime they play 3 games in 4 nights. In Minnesota, they're playing. No, they're not playing 3 games in 4 nights. Yeah, they're off a 1 day's rest. All right, there you have it. I'm gonna go over the total, Seattle, Minnesota. Hopefully, we can catch that ticket. And I'm gonna take Colorado minus 118. I think a great value right there. All right, that's the play today for Wednesday, Wacky Wednesday. It is March 19th. And don't forget, you can get the Rain Report for free each and every day right here on the website, atsstats.com, just like you see right there on the bottom where it says ATS. And come and get today's stats and trends of the day. Come and kick the tires at atsstats.com, and we do have some great, look at this one. Colorado's a road team last 5 years on 2 days rest, coming off a 1-game win, or a 1-goal win, which is even better. 9-2 straight up in the next game, and that's good for us if you like Colorado. All right, we'll see you back here on a Thursday with another edition of the Rain Report.